Alright, moving on to the members of the Lady Clan. Skadi was is in fact a giantess. What happened because the gods killed her father, she demanded compensation. So the gods decided that it would be alright that she can take a husband, but she can only identify them by uh, looking at their feet. And ultimately, she got Njord, the god of I think is the ocean, uh, as as her husband. She was also the one that while Loki is chained up beneath a serpent whose venom keeps dripping into his eyes, Skadi is the one that holds up the bowl that catches the venom before it hits Loki's eyes. So that's just about this for that. Kali is, well, as the description says, is the black one. She's associated with, she's called the Plague Goddess, and she was able to actually kill several demons, and in one circumstance, she was caught up in the bloodlust to such a degree that she actually killed Shiva and danced on his body. So she is in effect associated with death. I think she is, yeah, she was a consort of Shiva to some extent. She's said to have like a sword for each of her 4 or maybe 10 arms, as the description says in my resources. So, about that. Alright, Parvati, she became Shiva's wife, and as a mother goddess, she was actually the reincarnation of Sati after her sacrifice to Shiva. So, one of the stories revolving around her is that she was able to actually tie up, put something over Shiva's eyes so he developed a third eye on his forehead. I think there was also another myth that she was also the mother of Ganesh, I think. Probably not, but we'll see. If you want to clarify me or just tell me that something's wrong, go ahead. There's nothing stopping you, and I'm willing to hear your input. Okay. Next one. Or I think next one, oh yeah, Kushinada. In my resources, she was just summed up as Anada, and the story around her is the fact that her parents had 7 other daughters. All were killed by the 8-headed serpent Yamato no Orochi, which, as the name describes, and they asked the god Susanoo to help with that. So Susanoo agreed on the requirements that Inada was made his wife, and they agreed to that. So the combs on her head is actually association with the fact that she was actually turned into a comb, so Susanoo can actually hide her while he kills Orochi. He gets the serpent drunk and basically kills it, and from its tail he was able to retrieve the sword Kusanagi. Kikuri-Hime, for some weird reason, doesn't appear, but I think the name Kikuri is usually associated with chrysanthemum, but according to the online game Compendium of Kikuri-Hime, she also meant reconciliation to some extent, and she was, as they said, that she mediated between Izanagi and Izanami. However, it's very strange that according to that online description, she was actually greatly associated with several different shrines, and she is a prominent deity or goddess to some extent, but wasn't able to find her in my books.